We're finding success, and we're here to help break that monotony of your life and help you find your version of success. Welcome to another episode of the Finding Success podcast. It's episode number 23 with me, Alex.
And me, Adam.
How are you, Adam?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, man.
How's your week been?
So far, not the best. I'm going to
No?
be totally honest. You'll see that in the YouTube video we're going to put up, but I've been struggling. I think I messed up my Sunday, didn't prep enough for the week, genuinely. I didn't prep like my food for the week, so I was sort of chasing my tail when I get back home and not being able to focus and stay clear on my...
But I thought you prepped. You spent a lot of the time Sunday prepping there, didn't you?
Yeah, but not the food.
Okay.
Did everything else for the week.
So the eating clean side of things kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's amazing how much time that then burns for me during the week. Like, I'd get home, I'm like, oh, got to quickly make something to eat. Then I hit the gym and come back. It's late and I'm on back foot already. So, need to work on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I need to make sure I'm prepped for next week. What about you? How's your week?
Yeah, so I had a failure Wednesday. My phone didn't charge overnight, as I just said. So I woke up late.
Nice.
So my morning routine was out the window, gone. Which means I had to find time somewhere else. So I pushed the evening session later. So I went to bed at 11. So I'm feeling it a bit this morning, today. But I'm glad I got it done. I'm glad I made the time up. I'm glad I sort of sacrificed what I needed to do to get done. And it worked quite well. So
Good.
but for those of you, like as you said before the start of the video that you're about to see this week, on YouTube, we're going to be releasing accountability sessions week in, week out, maybe month in, month out. And we're just going to sort of update you on how we go about holding each other accountable, how that works, what you can use, how you can do it, all kinds of things. So if you haven't already, go to the YouTube channel. It'll be in the link below in the description. Go and check it out, guys.
Definitely. This week's episode.
Yeah, go for it. Go on. Talk
positivity.
Yeah.
Quite a, I don't know, is it cliche or is it it's quite a common subject in this sort of field.
Yeah, it is.
Got to be positive. You got to be, don't let people get you down.
Yeah.
All that style of stuff. But we were just discussing before this, you had a different take on it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Being positive in an overall position, if you've been happy in your life, and people link happy with being positive. No, I don't personally, but other people do. And like a few weeks ago, when obviously Instagram went down, a lot of people look for Instagram and see these positive quotes and positive affirmations, and everything that people are putting out there is all positive. Positive this. My life's so great. I've got the best life in the world. I've got the biggest car, the biggest house, the richest family.
Yeah.
The fittest girlfriend, the fittest boyfriend, or whatever. But what they don't actually see is those people, when it's not behind social media and it's not behind that screen. Maybe if you're looking actually inside their life doesn't actually look that positive on the other side.
Yep.
But they don't want to portray that. They don't want to portray that sometimes they aren't actually positive. They're going to be posting shots one day of a quote, for instance. Maybe then they're not really feeling that positive that day, but they still post it because they feel like they need to be positive day in, day out.
They need to portray that level of. They need to portray that they're happy.
Yeah,
because they feel like that looks better.
Yeah, exactly. But let's face it. Okay, Richard Branson isn't going to be happy 365 days of the year. Neither is Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. None of them are. Okay, they might be the richest people in the world. Okay, but I can guarantee when Mark Zuckerberg, when Facebook went down, I bet he wasn't happy. I bet he was chewing people's ear off.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So, but on the surface, people were going to look on the outside and looking in, and he probably would have posted a quote from the day. Oh, mate, he looks so happy. How can he be happy in such a sad time? Realistically, think about it, guys. He's probably not that happy, but he's portraying a message that isn't his positivity.
Putting on a facade.
Yeah. So, just because one day, this is my opinion, just because one day you wake up and you don't feel positive at all, you feel like absolute rubbish. You get up, it's a rainy day, the clouds are in the sky, there's probably a bit of thunder and lightning going on, you're just not feeling positive at all. But if you enjoy what you do, as in work, sometimes you shouldn't have to be positive, but that is motivation. You are motivated to do what you need to do to get the day done, to get your job done. Granted, you might not be positive about the day, about how you feel, about, in overall position in your life, but because you're doing something you enjoy, in my personal opinion, that tends to bring positivity into my life. For instance, staying up late the other night, I was so annoyed at myself for waking up late because, of a stupid mistake that I'm going to change. But I was so annoyed at myself for waking up late that when the evening came round, I felt so much better about myself because I pushed my time and I got the things done that I wanted to do during the morning. And I actually, starting the day, I was very negative. I was like, oh, this is just a bad day. Then I spilled coffee on the floor. I was walking the dog and the dog ran out of poo bags. So I had to, leave it and come back later with a poo bag. It just wasn't a good day to start off with. But the evening come round and the rest of the day went okay. The evening came round, and when that extra time hit, I became positive. I was like, yes, I'm getting it done now. I'm on a roll. I'm happy.
So would you say you let it get? Did you let it get to you? All of that building up, so the dogs, the coffee, the not waking up. Did you let it get to you? Because if you've just absolutely smashed your evening, you've got what you needed. You did what you said you were going to do, but you just changed it, which is good because it means you kept like a cool mind and just worked out a way of getting it done.
Yeah.
So would you say it affected your day? What's the word? Did it affect any of your day? Or did you not let it phase you and you just knew what you were going to do from the word go?
So I've noticed, I don't know if you use it. I can't remember where I read it now. I give myself 90 seconds to recover a part of my personality or part of my, I don't know what you call it now, my emotional state that I don't like. I give myself 90 seconds to get rid of it.
Right.
So if I'm in a very, very angry mood, I've just dropped a cup of coffee on the floor. The cup's smashed. There's coffee all over the wall, all over the floor. And it wasn't like a little espresso. It was a latte, double latte, with the cream on top type stuff. And it's gone all up the wall. I've got 90 seconds to calm down.
Okay.
90 seconds is all I have. I give myself 90 seconds to go. That's done.
Calm down or let it out?
Not let it out. Just
Okay.
calm down.
Okay.
So if I'll drop it, okay, I'll be cleaning it up and I'll be like, oh no, I've done it again, But after that, it's cleaned up, it's done. Sit down, 90 seconds, deep breathing, get on with the rest of your day. And that's it. That task has happened, that thing's happened, it's gone. I'm on to the next thing.
Not thinking about
exactly the same thing again. It doesn't affect me. I've got 90 seconds of my day to let it affect my day. And I can fill it up as much as I want. Whatever I can say in the 90 seconds, I'll probably say it. But after that, I'm back to my normal personality.
Okay.
And that's it.
Interesting.
That's how I kind of deal with problems. Obviously, yeah. What about yourself? Does it say if something happens, like you drop a mug of coffee, does it affect you?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It would have done massively. And again, I react, but I'm always trying to get that reaction time down. So yeah, it used to be like the whole day, like 10 seconds of someone chatting absolute crap, it ruined my day.
Yeah.
I'd let it as well, which is the annoying thing, which is just snowball everything else, because then everything builds up and the day becomes horrendous.
Yeah.
So
that's I find that if the very, very start of my day, if something goes wrong and it plays on your mind, the rest of the day just gets worse and worse and worse because you're letting it play on your mind.
Yep.
And it becomes worse and worse, and everything that happens, every small little incremental problem that you have throughout the day, just times by 100, it gets too much to bear.
Definitely.
But
you're just stressed up to the forehead, like by the time you come to bed, and you don't get a good night's sleep, so the next day is affected as well, and it's just a chain of pain. So I have started to bring that time down. I've not said to myself, "You've got 90 seconds to get rid of this." It's just when I've realised I've started letting it affect me, that's when I know I need to snap out of it and like just reframe my mind. Just go, "Nah, come on, don't be this guy.
Yeah.
Don't let this happen to you. Don't let someone, whether it's something someone's done to me or something I've done to myself, don't let that own you. Don't let that be like, don't let it own you. You own it and just crack on and carry on." So I'll try to get that time smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where I could literally drop a coffee and go, "Damn it!" And then just you focus on the solution then.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do. It is hard to do, but it does make a difference.
Yeah, it does.
Because it doesn't phase you after that.
Yeah.
And you don't really care about what anybody thinks or if you do have to tidy it up, you start, right, that's just what I've got to do. Because you can't the other thing I used to do is like, if I did have to do a big tidy, I'd be like, oh, now I've got to tidy up, now I've got to do this and all that.
Yeah, now I can't do more work because I've got to do all this extra work.
But all that does is take up more time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you lose more time on things you need to do or what you want to do. And it's just another snowball. It just really does snowball up. So, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do recently, is just bring that reaction time down and almost not react at all and just respond. It's two very different words there. Like, say if you a reaction is quite a big outburst, quite a big dramatic thing to do, whereas a response is just, to me, it's calculated, it's efficient, and it's done.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. Not react, respond.
Okay. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Really good point. All right. What about, say if you're you having a negative day, for instance. You went back into work, you had a negative day. Someone around you is being overly positive. What do? Are you the type of person that goes, oi, shut up, and sort of bring them down to your level? Or do you just let them sort of play out and just sort of maybe bounce off them?
If there was someone overly positive, which is very rare.
Yeah, very true.
Day to day where we work. But if there was, it'd be sick. I'd try and... I don't know. I don't think I've come across someone where we are.
What do you mean? You're looking at him?
All right, fair. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're not going to bring him down. That's horrendous. If anything, you try and almost isolate yourself with him away from the negative people, because there is always negative people.
Yeah.
And if you can, you almost block them out and just go into your own little world with the geezer in the good mode. Yeah. And that's it. And then you don't worry about anything else, really. So
positivity is like an infection, in my opinion. It's like an infection. It's like COVID.
Oh, infection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's infection. It's like COVID. Yeah. One person gets it, everyone gets it in the workplace, But it's true, because I think if one person comes in and, all right, they're not jumping in, they're not screaming, they're not like, no offense to Tony Robbins, because I think you're an amazing person, but, jumping, clapping around, the energy is up there. It's a nice, moderate energy that people get on with and find quite easy to keep up with.
Yeah.
If that person walks in and someone sees that person and they sort of bounce and go, oh, he's quite positive today, I'm going to jump on and, maybe make people laugh or do something stupid to make people laugh or, something funny, for instance. More and more people will catch on and more and more people will start doing it. Oh, granted, there's always going to be certain people that won't and don't. And that's fine. That's their life choice and they can stick to that. It's not our problem. It's theirs. But I completely agree. You kind of catch on and follow them, don't you? And yeah, it's great.
Yeah, jump on that bandwagon. There's no reason. Why would you not want to be positive? Like, it's just a better way to be.
Yeah.
You focus will be better. Everything's good for your emotions. You're good for your body, your hormones, and all that. You're just a better person when you're positive. So yeah, jump on that bandwagon. All
right. What about So this is about positivity, pluses and minuses, pros and cons. How do you deal with being negative? Granted, you said about like overcoming problems, and you said about dropping a coffee and how you get rid of it, and getting on with your day. But how do you overcome being negative? Is it something that you just sort of live with, and throughout your day you become positive, or is it such a bad thing to be negative all the time? Are there certain days, like by yourself or something, you're happily being negative, even though you're quite motivated to get on with your work, and you can be productive as hell and get the day done?
I don't think negativity is a bad thing as such. I think you do. Obviously, you do need negativity, because without that, if you don't have the lows, you don't have the highs.
Yeah.
So you do need bad days. In fact, you should welcome bad days, because that's the days you learn.
Yeah.
You will. If you come across bad days, big obstacle in your way, and you're able to stay calm, stay cool, and see that obstacle as an opportunity, that is mega. That's like insane. You need days like that because you grow. So I don't think negativity is bad in every way. Say if I was having a really bad day, I would try and talk to myself. I'd be like, come on, is this really a bad day, or are you being given opportunities to get better at whatever it may be? Am I struggling? Is the internet down? I can't do the work on the computer anymore. Can't get angry at that. It's out of my control. That's one thing everyone needs to remember, is if it's out of your control as well, don't let it affect you that much.
Yeah.
So the internet's down. I can't do the work I needed to do. You just sulk for the rest of the day? No, you got to look at your goals. You got to think, what can I do that will still help me take that extra step forward?
Adapt and overcome, isn't it?
Adapt and overcome, exactly. So internet's down, power outage. What do? You get your candle out and you read your book. So, or you adapt and grow. You try and get better. So I think that's what I try to do as much as I can. I struggle with it. I really do. Because I'll be impressed if you can nail that every single day, every time you have a bad day, because you have bad days quite a lot.
Yeah.
But it feels so good when you do have those days, and you realise, I've seen every obstacle as an opportunity, and I've smashed them out of the park. It feels so great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I'm the same. I mean, for me, negativity, it was quite funny. I think it was maybe a few weeks ago, I was really, really negative in a day. But when I sat back and looked at the work I'd done, it was probably one of the most productive days I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah. And I was at home by myself, and all I'd done was I smashed my headphones on. I got up normal time, smashed my headphones on, and just got to work.
Did you wake up in a grump?
Yeah, it was just, I don't know what it was. It was just a dreary day. I just didn't really feel positive about anything. I didn't, particularly want to get up at that time. I didn't really particularly want to do my work. But if I don't want to do something, I'll make myself do it.
Nice.
And because I did that, throughout the day, it just got better and better and better. And granted, my positivity didn't increase. I wasn't on, a flat line negative level. But, it sort of stepped up a little bit, but I was still in a negative phase. But my productivity was so high that day, and I got so much work done. It was unbelievable. And I don't know why. Maybe the focus was just purely on blocking the outside world out and just focusing on what I'm doing, and it helped me. So sometimes, for me personally, if I'm negative mentally, it's not a bad thing for me.
No, that sounds good.
Granted, being at work around people, I have to be positive because it just gets everyone through the day and me as well. But if I'm on my own, I'm on my own time, and I can sort of do my own work and so on, I can use that.
Is it like I don't know how to ask that question. Is it like you just upset at the world sort of? What is it? Is it hatred sort of anger, or is it just fed upness?
I think it's just fed upness, really. I mean, just like any entrepreneur, any person who wants to get anywhere in life, you have a day where you go, what am I really doing? Am I really going anywhere? Am I progressing enough? For instance, if you start working out in the gym, you've gone to the gym for 6 weeks, or, even some 1 week for instant gratification sometimes, am I really getting hench? Is it really worth me eating broccoli and rice for the next 12 years of my life so I can get ripped as balls, Sometimes people are in that state, and I was, even in, 2 years into the journey, I'm still sometimes I get those days where I don't see that progression. Even though it's there and I know it's there, and I can, if I really wanted to, all I have to do is click on a few links on my laptop, or, pages of my laptop and documents, and I can see the progression I've made because it's there. It's in writing. I can see it in front of my eyes, but I don't want to do that because I'm in a negative state. So, you sometimes you're your worst enemy like that.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't really know what sometimes I wake up and I go, do you know what? I'm just not feeling it.
But you're still able to.
But mentally, if I'm not feeling it, I'd go and do it more. Do
you clock yourself when you realise, I'm not in the mood, you go, hang on a minute, Dodds?
Especially on my phone. After Sochi, when we got back from Sochi, I sat on the sofa, it was a Monday, and I was tired as, absolutely knackered, and I sat on my phone, and something absolute crap was on TV, and I had a coffee in my hand, and I picked up my phone, and I think I was just scrolling through social media. I must have been there 10, 15 minutes. And I come to realisation, the time was, 10 o'clock or something. And I'd done my morning work, and, I was just having sort of a break, and I looked at myself, grabbed the phone, smashed it in the sofa. I'm not going to, what am I doing? Got up and walked to my desk and just started working.
Yeah?
Just caught myself. Just caught it. I'm like, what am I wasting my time for? Sitting here watching crap on TV and flicking through social media that is not making me feel any better. I'm looking at all these positive posts from people. I ain't feeling that right now. I weren't feeling it. But at the same time, I was just like, right, listen, right for me. Chuck it and go. And just go and do some work. And that's what I did.
So, funny you should say that. Since Sochi, I've been more along that route of just... Phone's the easy. It's just...
Yeah.
And I've caught myself a couple times going, damn, this is savage. And do you know what's made it harder is I notice... So, I love the boys I live with, but they would do this nightly. And I would come home, or I'd come downstairs and make myself a cup of tea. I'd just poke my head in the lounge, and they're all doing it. They're all slouched. I'm just doing a slouched over sort of.
Not that you can see, yeah.
No, I don't know what I'm doing this on the sofa, but slouching over, head in hand, on your phone. TV's on in the background, no one's watching it. But you're on your phone, you're scrolling. And that's sort of like when I see that, I'm like, whoa, I'm not doing that. Don't be doing that. But when I'm on my own at home, because the boys are away, I don't catch myself doing it. I get into I do it.
Get into that routine.
Yeah, and I have to catch myself and get myself out of it. And it's, in a way, it's harder to get out of it when the boys aren't there to see him doing it than it is just not doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
Yeah, it
Phones
is.
are addictive.
Yeah, they are.
It's annoying.
I mean, granted, everyone has their days, and it's not a bad thing to do it once or twice, but every single day is just a bad habit, and it's something you need to get rid of and shake it. If you're one of those people that do that, and you recognise that you're doing it, set the limit on your phone, be careful of what you're actually looking out on social media for, because, social media in its current state is affecting a lot of people's mental, well-being
massively
in a big way. So just be aware of what you're doing and make sure you're happy day to day without that phone being there all the time.
I think there are people that don't have social medias that in general are happier people.
100%.
Because they don't see and it's not even the negative or the overly positive. Well, they see the overly positive people, but they see the semi-naked girls on Instagram, the huge guys in the gym, the rich people with the Lamborghinis and on the yachts and stuff, and it just, you constantly comparing yourself to them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that made any sense whatsoever. I've forgotten where I was going to go.
Did to me.
You're constantly comparing yourself to them. So if you haven't got that comparison, you just don't care. It's not a thing that's on your mind. So if you don't have the Instagram, you don't have the Facebook, to be fair, it's one less thing you have to
worry about,
because it's literally you're not thinking about it. You don't see that side of life, so you don't ever have to compare yourself to that sort of thing. So actually, and it's hard to get rid of them.
It is
once you got them,
but there's pros and cons to it, isn't it? Really, I mean, for us being a educator, coaches, entrepreneurs, Instagram is a great product for us.
It's a good tool.
It's a great tool for us, and obviously majority of our stuff is shared through Instagram because it's just very easy for us to give out content and give out value to people on Instagram because it's there. We can use it, and a lot of people do use it. It's probably one of the biggest platforms in the world for that.
I'd say so at the moment.
But if you eventually, when our website starts taking off and we start to work on it a bit harder and create courses for people, we can sort of wean ourselves off social media, because the idea is we're actually looking for certain people that are dedicated to becoming successful. We're not looking for people that are just, we would want to get people through the door. That's not what we want.
No.
But the idea of this podcast is not just to get every single Joe Bloggs through the door, is to get people who are willing to become successful and willing to put the work in through the door and actually help them become that. We're not a company that just want to turn people over, churn them out, and just chuck them out the door. We're here to create a community and make people who actually want to become successful, and give them tips and set procedures on how to do that.
Rather help 5 people the whole way than the 50,000 people just a tiny bit.
Exactly.
For sure.
I think that's a great place to finish the podcast. So, as we've already spoke about this episode, but go and follow us on Instagram at _finding_success_. The link will be in the description anyway. We are now also on Twitter. Link will be in the description. Done by a lovely producer over there. He'll link it for us. YouTube, again, go and follow us. Get involved with the accountability sessions. Guys, if you want the spreadsheet, we can give it out to you. So again, certain people, we're not just going to hand it out left, right, and centre. We want to see people working. We want to see people churning out, getting the effort in. And that is the whole reason we're starting this podcast.
If you think it will benefit you, get in contact with us. We're more than happy to help. It'd be good fun to work together.
Yeah, exactly. But for now, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, and review. And we'll all see you in the next one.
Success is available for everybody, so why should you settle for less?